Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's been too long. My last video was a month ago. Oops, sorry, my bad. I've been a very busy boy, but that's no excuse. From now on, I'm going to put 2 videos out a week. Well, at least one a week. Every 7 to 10 days. 14 days. And no more messing about here. It's time to get serious. Deadly serious. So, and it's also about time I put out a Star Wars video, or at least Star Wars related. This is Mark Goes Dark Side after all. People expect this from me. So before we talk about Kathleen Kennedy, the long-time dictator, head of Lucasfilm's contract being renewed, let's talk about today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legend. What do you mean they're not sponsoring us? Do we have NordVPN? No. What about Skillshare? No. Have we got Keeps? No Keeps. What am I paying you for? Like, for sake? Like, seriously? Have we got Manscaped? We can't even get Manscaped. So I'm going to have to bick my balls again. This is ridiculous. Contact Bic, maybe they can sponsor us. Yeah. Alright. Well, that went well. My first video in a month. Let's just get into it. Due to the ongoing civil war within Disney, I've had several potential sources approach me over the last several months, feeding me all kinds of information. Some of it turned out to be true and some not. I have not used any of it for the reason that I want to find out who's reliable and who's not. And what I've come to realise is one source in particular has been almost 100% right on everything that they've told me. So today I'm going to share with you what I've been told. But just remember, at this time, this cannot be independently verified. So take everything I say with a pinch of salt. But to be honest with you, when am I ever wrong? So Kathleen Kennedy, KK, Her Majesty herself, the president of Lucasfilm. A very divisive figure among the Star Wars fandom. Some people love her, most people hate her. She's responsible for the abomination of the new Star Wars trilogy. And if you enjoyed those movies, good for you, good for you. And to be honest, I liked The Force Awakens. However, The Last Jedi was absolutely terrible. And I can never forgive Ryan Roundhood Johnson for what he did to Luke. And how can Kathleen Kennedy let that happen? We just call her KK from now on to make it easy. And don't even get me started on the rise of Palpatine. Anywho's, I've gone completely off topic just for a change. We're here to talk about, well, anyway, it's come to my attention that Kathleen Kennedy's contract is about to run out within the next couple of months. And I expect many of you would be very, very happy if it wasn't renewed. But I'm here to tell you it is going to be renewed. And give you the reasons why. Well, at least the reasons that I believe that she's having the contract renewed. So I know that she has supporters out there. I know some of you listening are probably fans of hers. So I'm going to try to be fair. But to be honest, there's a lot of people who really dislike her. And those people are probably thinking, why would Disney keep her? Why would they renew her contract? Why not just let the contract end and let her go? She's been there a long time. She was George Lucas's pick when he sold Lucasfilm to Disney. And if you're like me and you've been a Star Wars fan your whole life and you was really looking forward to the new trilogy, and after seeing them you were just devastated. Solo was a huge flop. Why would Disney want to keep her on anymore? I can tell you why. They love her. The boss man himself, Bob Chapek, likes her. Bob Iger likes her. Even the big cheese himself, the founder of the company, the king of the House of Mouse, and still the biggest shareholder to this day. The big cheese, Mickey Mouse himself. Just kidding. And the way they look at it, Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, aka the Killer Bees, is under her oppressive regime, or impressive leadership, has made Disney a lot of money. As much as there's those of us out there who hate the new trilogy movies, they've all grossed over $1 billion each worldwide. I think The Force Awakens grossed over 2, and the second movie took 700 million less, and the third barely made it over $1 billion. The fact is, those movies made a huge amount of money. And then there was the huge success of The Mandalorian on Disney+. And you can say that had nothing to do with her. It was all Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. And you'd be correct in thinking that. But at the end of the day, she's the president. So she can take all the credit for the success that Lucasfilm has. Okay, so let's get into details on this new contract. So according to my source, will span several years and basically take her up to retirement. The other thing is that she will have the same powers that she has now. She's not going to have less power, she's going to have the same power. Scary, isn't it? But don't worry, it might not be as bad as it seems. It actually might be quite good. The reason being, the head of Disney, Bob Chapek, is making some major changes to the company. You know, back when he was running the parks, he had a nickname, Bob Cheap Peck. And the reason was because he loved to cut costs. He cut hours, he kept salaries as low as he could, he stopped the unions getting in. And once you got into the parks, he really pushed, the selling of merchandise, any extras, that he could make money on. He did, and the revenue went up under his leadership. So here are some of the big changes he's making. Executives, producers, managers, even studio heads will no longer be signing these multi-year contracts. What's going to happen basically is it's going to be performance related. If you do a good job, you stay. If you do a bad job, you're gone. I think they're going to do like yearly reviews, something like this. Like people doing a lot of other jobs. Yeah, no. It sounds like I'm contradicting myself as KK's getting a multi-year deal. But not all is as it seems. And I will get back to that in a moment. KK herself at Lucasfilm and even Kevin Feige at Marvel will no longer have the full autonomy they've had before. Before they can make all the decisions involving their studio and the vision and what movies are being made, what shows are being made. That's not going to be so anymore. Because from now on, they've got to run everything through merchandising and distribution. And to me, this makes a lot of sense. Think about it. So do you remember when The Mandalorian came out? And the entire planet went crazy for Baby Yoda. And of course, people wanted to buy Baby Yoda products. And you couldn't. And at the time, it was widely believed the reason for this was that they didn't want the secret getting out. They wanted it to be a surprise. And it was a huge surprise. No one saw it coming. So they couldn't produce toys or T-shirts or mugs or, anything. Because everything gets leaked online these days. But I don't think that was the real reason. I think that KK was hugely surprised. I think she didn't know what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni were up to. She had no idea. Didn't have a clue. She just, let them get on with it. So Bob Chapek, he's a businessman. He doesn't give a crap about the fans. All he cares about is making money for his shareholders. He's already making enemies. If you look at Scarlett Johansson and the court case that's happening now, like she's suing them for what happened with Black Widow. And I'm not going to get into that now. But stuff like that, he doesn't care about the talent. He don't care about the actors. All he cares about is making money for the shareholders. And I think I think the shareholders really like him, and I think he's got the right strategy. I think he is going to make a lot of money. I don't know if he's going to survive. I think he's making a lot of enemies within Disney and Hollywood as a whole, because what's going on with Scarlett Johansson, whatever she's called, I know that the agency that represent her, they represent a lot of big actors. I don't know if any of them are going to work for Disney, but I don't think he cares. Anywho, I seem to have drifted away from the subject yet again. Let's get back to KK and her contract. So she might have a contract where she believes she has the same power she had before, but how can she when now merchandising and distribution basically are overseeing what they're getting up to? I'm of the firm belief, like I suspect many of you are, that Jon Filoni and Dave Favreau are basically going to run things on the Star Wars end, especially after the success of The Mandalorian. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I can't wait for the Book of Boba Fett. My sources also told me, and I'm hearing this from other insiders within Disney as well, that Bob Chapek is extremely unhappy with the way the Gina Carano situation was dealt with. I think we all know that Jon Favreau had nothing to do with her firing. Well, it wasn't really a firing, she just didn't have her contract renewed. Everybody knows the decision to let her go had nothing to do with Jon Favreau, that it came from above him, but it had nothing to do with Disney. It was all handled from within Lucasfilm itself. So who's above him? I can only think of one person, KK. It was KK's decision to get rid of Gina, which was really stupid. She was a really popular character within the fans. Most people, I would say the fandom, no one gave a crap about what she was tweeting about on Twitter. You know, it was just these SJWs and all those snowflakes and stuff complaining. People that don't actually like Star Wars or watch Star Wars or buy the merchandise. And one of the big things as well, I think at the time of them letting her go, after the Baby Yoda merch, I think Gina Carano's merchandise was the second most best-selling within Star Wars. So she was making them a lot of money. I remember at the time there was Cara Dune action figures going online for hundreds of dollars. Like it might have even been thousands at one, something ridiculous for action figures, because they all got cancelled. Stupidity, total stupidity. So from now on, the studio heads will not have this power to make these kind of decisions. It's going to go all the way to the top, all the way to Bob Chapek. He's going to make the decision, and he's not going to look at it politically. He's going to look at it, how much does this person make for us? And by their actions, are they going to lose us more money or make us more money? So I believe at the beginning of the video, if I remember correctly, I called KK the Queen of Lucasfilm. And now she literally is the Queen of Lucasfilm. Think about it, right? So I'm from the UK. So we have a Queen, Queen Elizabeth II. She's the ruling monarch. Head of state. What does head of state usually mean? The person in charge, like the US, the president. So the Queen of England, or the Queen of United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, if you want to put it like that, and Australia and New Zealand and Canada, I don't know, she's a queen of many places. So she's the head of state, but she's just a figurehead. She really doesn't hold any power. I believe that's KK's situation now, that she's there, but she doesn't really have, she's just a figurehead. She doesn't really have any power anymore. They're going to let her get on with her own project. She's doing Indiana Jones movie at the moment, producing it. I think she's pretty involved with that. I think she's going to be, Star Wars wide, she's going to be, is it the High Republic they're working on? I think she's going to be involved in that. But the rest of the Star Wars stuff, it's going to be Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. So yeah, I think I'm done. I think we're going to wrap this up. I've gone several minutes longer than I wanted to, because I'm just ranting on about random stuff. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next video next month. No, I'm joking. I'm going to be much more I'm going to put my content out much more regularly, I promise. Please let me know what you think about the video in the comments below. And if you like what I do, please remember to like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!
Kathleen, 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 Kathleen. Why'd you go and make Star Wars so bad? Kathleen, 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 Kathleen. Please don't sign a contract just 'cause you can. I can't remember the day you took my Star Wars dreams away. The movie was called The Last Jedi. I really don't know what to say. The way Luke Skywalker's life was taken away, I don't know, it hurts so much. And now I dream of yesterday before you took my Star Wars memories away. Oh no, it hurts so much. I'm dreaming of yesterday before you took my Star Wars memories away. Oh my lord, it hurts so much. Kathleen, 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 Kathleen. Fuck this shit, I'm out.